Okay, so I took a mini hiatus from the channel. I turned 30 during this hiatus, and I thought I would just talk about how writing has been going, content creation. I'm so nervous. Content creation, like general life updates, and yeah, I'll also talk a little bit about how writing and turning 30 and like all the feels around that. So we'll just get started. I stopped posting because, to be honest, I think this is the busiest I've ever been in my entire life. I've never been so out of control out of my life, I guess. Oh yeah, I know. I put a lot of you can tell how nervous I am because I'm stuttering. In my previous videos, I've been putting a lot of effort into editing them and putting subtitles. There won't be any subtitles in this one just because I want it to be just like a little bit more raw. I don't think like making videos is the right thing to be doing in this moment of my life. Just because there are so many other things that I want to prioritize, and YouTube has to be the first thing that I remove. So unfortunately, I cannot promise like many videos. Like, this is the least I've ever posted this year. I think I posted like 12 videos this year, and I think that will just be the way it's gonna go moving forward. Obviously, I have my full-time job that is really busy, and I also commute like 4 hours a day when I go into the office. So I go into the office 3 times a week, and so to commute like 4 hours in a day like is a huge energy. I wouldn't say like it's a time sucker because I think I utilize my time very well on the commute, but it what's the word? Did I say energy sucker? Yeah, like there's no like by the time I'm home, I'm like gross looking. I'm really tired, and it's not very conductive to making videos. I feel like I don't have too much to say because also my creativity has been going into writing my book, which we will talk about a little bit later. And so I do think that this content creation, like writing vlogs, I don't know. Also, I've been putting so much time and effort into making these vlogs. As I mentioned, I've been putting like background music and different angles, and all of that is multitasking as well. And so one thing I'm trying to really stop doing as I'm approaching my 30s is that I want to multitask less and less. And so I think writing vlogs is like a huge sucker for using all parts of my brain, because when you make a YouTube video, you are everything. You are the content creator, you are the like director, the producer, the script writer. If you're writing like a short script, you're the face of it, and you have to do your own editing, be your own like production, marketing person. So that itself is a lot. And to add on this layer of like writing and trying to write seriously while trying to get the right angles, like for me, like it's become to the point where I don't find that as enjoyable as I used to. When I write now, I just want to concentrate on writing. I don't care about the cool angles, and it is YouTube video, so in my opinion, I want to have those angles if I am making a video, or else like I don't find the joy in making a video. So yeah, that's why I haven't been posting. If you really want to keep up with my life, you can follow me on my Instagram. My regular personal Instagram is Kelsify, but my writing Instagram is Kelly is Writing, and you can follow me there. I also had just a bunch of like life stuff happen this past summer. My family car got stolen, so that was one thing. My partner came to visit me for my birthday, so that was another thing. Yeah, my birthday. And also, Augur has been very busy for me. I'm the managing editor online at Augur. I've been editing a lot of short fiction, a lot of poetry, and not just that, but I am in charge of putting together our backlog issues so we can read them for free on the Augur website. And I've actually got my own team of web assistants helping me. So I've been training them, I've been training the team, and all of that is just very time consuming. Like, I think this is the most I've put into Augur, I think, out of my 3 years being here, or 2 years. I think it's 2 years. But it's really fun. I love the team, and I'm really looking forward to the year 7 releases. I'm really looking forward to you guys, the readers, picking up issue 7.1 and 7.2, 7.3. I have pieces that I've edited in all those issues. Love Canadian spec. Also, of course, I have my own editorial services. If you would like to hire me for editorial services, please send me a message. These are all the books I've edited, and here are some testimonials. And so even though I'm not taking like clients right now, it's still a lot of like sending emails, sending invoices, I've actually gotten a lot of like networking calls this past summer. I've spoken to, well, I think it's at 3 now, like 3 different people I've either reached out to or have reached out to me about like starting a freelance editing business. So I don't know, this is the time to be starting a freelance editing business. A lot of people want to start them right now. So yeah, it's just like, just a lot of stuff. It's just a lot of stuff. And obviously, I'm also still trying to write 8,000 words in a week. Yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit later. I'll save that for the end. Because clearly I'm kind of just ranting right now, I guess. The Aurora Awards. So I was nominated for the best poem for 2024 and I didn't win. I didn't win. I came 4th place, but I just want to say that to everyone because I don't really care what I place. I'm just really, really grateful and very honored to be a part of that roster. There are authors like Tiffany Morris, Lynn Sargent, Jang. They were all part of that nominees, and for my name to be there, I was a little bit shocked because those are some really great poets slash writers, and it was just a huge honor to be part of that finalist group. I never expected it. Actually, I wasn't going to say this, but now I'm talking about it. I actually missed the award ceremony, just because how busy life has been. And, you know, I know you guys watching this, you probably will never miss your award ceremony for the first piece you've ever been nominated for the best poem of the year. And I had to miss it because my life just has been not ideal right now, and I do want to cut back on something. I don't know what. I mean, I already cut back on YouTube. I'm not taking editing clients, so it just feels like I kind of want more space in my life to be spontaneous and to play, and I think I'm really missing that right now. So, wow, all over the place again. But I think those are just some of my thoughts I have on why I haven't really been posting, because I want to, you know, life is busy, my work is busy, my volunteer is busy, my side hustle, being a CEO, is busy, but also I want to make time and room to play and to be spontaneous. And I don't want to have this anxiety over me whenever I relax for too much, which is something that's currently happening right now. If I go for a weekend without touching any work, like auger work, my editorial work, or my writing, I get really, really anxious to the point that I become an antagonist. I become a really mean person, I think, because at that point I will do anything just to get some work done, and I don't think that's that's not ideal. I don't like that about me right now, and I really want to change that, especially, you know, now that I've turned 30. I'm trying to really steer my life to where I want it to go now that I have so much experience being quite an adult. And that's something I really want, to make work less a priority, like my own side hustles less of a priority. Maybe that includes writing as well, and to allow more time to be free and to be spontaneous and to enjoy time with my family without thinking that I'm losing so much time and I'm losing so much of me. I want it to be more incorporated. I don't want to be like I hope that makes sense. So yeah, that's where I've been, that's where life has been going, and I guess we can talk a little bit about the writing now. So I have been writing 8,000 words a week since my last video, and I hit 8,000 words a week for all of July, except for that last video, which was the first week I did that. But to be honest, I wrote 7,950 words, so that's kind of like 8,000. And then last week, so the first full week of August, I missed 1,000 words. I only gotten 7,000 words that week, but I feel like I've been doing really well. Missing, it's not like I missed the word count by, like, you know, a lot. I've only been missing it by a little bit. I only missed it 2 times this whole summer, like, well, since I started in July, so I only missed it twice in the past 2 months. And this week I'm on track to hit 82,000 words. I'm currently at 79k, and I'm so excited for this book. I feel like this is the best book I've ever written. It's the cleanest book I've ever written. And while I was writing it, I was like, oh, there's not going to be that much developmental stuff to make. But now that I'm like close to the end, I can see a lot of developmental stuff I need to make, but it's not in an overwhelming sense right now. And it's not in a way that I feel like I have to deconstruct the entire book just to make these edits. So I was really happy about that. I think that was really nice. and I've been watching a lot of videos by Kate Wismer, and I really love her entire self-publishing journey. And if all goes really well, I would love to write book 2 of this like secret project and consider self-publishing book 1. But that does not mean that I have given up like traditional publishing, because truthfully I really want to try. Hey, sorry, my memory card filled up, and I moved around, so I think I was saying that I am very excited to try to query and try to pursue traditional publishing, and I really am. A lot of my friends, I would say most of my friends, most of my really good writing friends, Chris, Lynn, Cindy, they're all agented, and I've seen them and I talked to them about their journey, and like I want to be hybrid so bad. Like I've always said I wanted to be hybrid. I'm pretty sure if you watch my first ever video, I've said I wanted to be hybrid, and I still want to be hybrid. I think it's so fun to like dabble in both worlds. I would love to like work with an agent, work with like an editor at a publishing house, but also I would love to just be my own publisher. Like why can't I do both? So I really want to be hybrid. And so the goal, these are lofty plans, and I'm not going to promise you lofty plans. These are just, I guess, instead of lofty plans, these are my like pipe dreams, I guess. But we'll work towards them, because what else am I doing besides everything else I said? I'm going to finish book 1, like the secret project. I'm currently writing the 8,000 words a week one. I know it's so confusing. I have so many projects. So I want to do that, and I want to finish that. I'm going to finish that within like next week or within the month. I have like 7 big scenes left, and I want to start editing that. I want to write book 2 because I have so many ideas for book 2. I don't know the midpoint or the ending that well yet, but I'm really excited. Like I'm so excited, and because I'm so excited to work on book 2 and to get this book like to be in a place where I can have people read it, I feel like that's why I'm kind of rushing the ending, because I'm like so excited. Anyway, so there's that, and hopefully I could like the plan, not the plan, but the goal, the lofty goal is to self-publish this. This will be 4 books in an interconnected standalone series. I haven't revealed the genre. I haven't revealed anything. I like talked so vague about it because I do plan on publishing this, like self-publishing this, if it all goes well. And so until then, I'm going to hold back everything. Somehow, in between all of that, I would love to revise that young adult fantasy I have. The one I've been talking about for like 5 years now. Yeah, that one. I just want to do it. I realized the mistake I made the last time I tried to revise that book. I was too precious with it. I don't want to be too precious with it. I just want to revise it to a point where it's readable. Probably give it to my critique partner, the whole thing. And if she has feedback, I'm going to implement that. Probably give the first act to Chris and Lynn if they're willing to take that and query it. But the book is like not readable at all. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just like really excited to be working on these writing projects, and for me to write those writing projects and to do my life stuff, to do editorial stuff, to do auger stuff, to do everything, my job, my full-time job. I'm gonna need to cut back on the YouTube channels. That's just the way it is. I can't do everything. I'm really like, I'm not gonna stop posting. I don't think I can ever stop posting, but just, you know, expect like infrequent videos. But those are my writing plans. And we'll just quickly, I know I talked for so long, let's quickly talk about, you know, turning 30 and my thoughts on being 30 and not being published yet. I don't have any more thoughts than I did last year when I made my 29 and unpublished. I still think the exact same way. I have a lot of thoughts actually on women turning 30. We're not really gonna talk about that, but I think that in general though, the world makes it a big deal when you turn 30, and I feel like it makes you think that you're limited, like your ceiling is 30 years old, and that is just so ridiculous and so false and so like ludicrous. And the fact that we point people out like, oh, but they did this at 30 plus. Yeah, a lot of freaking people did that at 30 plus. I think like the idea of like a young person doing well, I think that should be celebrated, because that's an anomaly. Like that's actually an anomaly. Most people are like me and you, and so I think like this idea of turning 30 and like having a limit, like your time is over, I think that's very dangerous to think that, especially now when I feel like the overall population is like growing a little bit slower. Like your parents, like my parents at 30 are not where I am now, and that's just the nature of like living in the current era, living in 2024, living currently where we are in time. And so if you are about to turn 30 and you're scared and you're, you know, feeling a little bit anxious, I would really encourage you to, you know, chill a little bit, because where you are now, like where I am now, it's because of all the other experiences I've had. If I really focused, like if I had changed my life and altered it to be like a writing path, where I was published like really young and I took writing really seriously at a very young age, I would be a different person. And I'm really proud of who I am. So that's why I don't feel like really any type of way about being 30 and not published. I just think that's really silly, because that kind of invalidates, or not invalidates, but I think it negates all the experience I've had, you know, being where I am now. And also something else I want to say is that I was nominated for the awards for the best poem of 2023. Did I say 2024 best poem? I meant 2023. And I feel like that's even rare. That's even more rare than being like a published novelist. And so I have nothing to be like insecure about. I have nothing to be like worried about. I think, to be honest, I think I'm doing really well, considering I'm doing so many things. And I think I just want a little bit more spontaneity in my life. But aside from that, I think like I'm really enjoying where I am right now. Also, by the time you're watching this, the news will have come out, but I am also like that poem, the one I got the award nomination for, it's also going to be in the best Canadian fantasy and science fiction anthology. So my poem will be reprinted in his anthology, which is so exciting, because that anthology is filled with amazing Canadian artists and creators, and I'm really happy to be a part of that. So I'm, you know, everything's going great, really. I mean, the submissions are not going great. I haven't received a single acceptance for short stories or poetry this whole year. So maybe I am a fluke, but anyway, those are my thoughts. Yeah, I think that's it for this video. I would love to know how your writing has been going. I really appreciate every single one of you. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.